My mom showed me how to make this. It was my brother and I's favorite food growing up, so we always asked for wontons for dinner. And she was like, well, then you guys have to help me make them. So I would say that this is the first recipe I ever learned. Hi, my name's Lisa Love. Tonight I've invited some friends over and I'm gonna make them my favorite food, which is wonton soup. It's something that I grew up eating. It's the first thing my mother ever taught me how to cook. First I'm going to show you how to make the wrappers. We just start with some flour, 400 grams I have here, and 2 grams of salt. So 1 egg. Put the bowl into the stand mixer. Just mix it on medium speed while adding a little bit of water at a time. We don't want to add it all in the beginning, just until you see it coming together, but it should still look rather crumbly. So I think the dough is done now. Lightly flour your cutting board and turn the dough out, and then you just need to bring it together. If it's sticking to your hands, you probably need to try to incorporate a little more flour into it at this stage. And then once it's come together, you have to let it rest for around 30 minutes. And after 30 minutes, we have our rested and relaxed dough. Dust it a little and then divide it up into workable portions. I would say around 6. Here I have the pasta attachment. This will allow you to roll the dough out into a very even and very thin sheet. This amount of dough will give you approximately 10 portions or so. Simply feed the dough through while gradually making the setting thinner and thinner. After you've passed it through a couple of times, just dust both sides with some cornstarch. And that's it. I've made a template, simply a piece of plastic, so I'll just use that to guide my cutting here. I'm simply going to cut squares. Okay, so now we're going to make the filling for the wontons. What I have here is some finely ground pork, onions, salt, sugar, black pepper, and oyster sauce. Basically, we just combine everything, season it with some salt, a little bit of sugar, and some black pepper. The oyster sauce adds umami, which is what everything should have. And so I'm just going to mix it together. When my mom does this, she just tastes it raw. But I wouldn't suggest it. We're going to prepare a little glue with some cornstarch, a little water. So you just need to stir it until it's dissolved in. Then I take a spoonful of the filling and place it more or less in the middle of the wrapper. And then I take the corner, which is facing towards me, up and over the filling. And I roll it away from myself until I leave a small triangle. Then I take the sides, fold them underneath the filling, and apply the glue just to the tip and join it together. So this is the soup base that I've made. Roasted chicken bones and wings, carrots, onions, and a little bit of ginger and some wine. I roasted the chicken in the oven, and I took the chicken fat and sauteed the carrots, onions, and ginger in it. Added some wine, and then put the chicken in and some water and let it boil. After that, I turned it down to a simmer and skimmed it, and it's been cooking for around 6 hours. I'm just gonna strain it. I'm going to season it with a bit of salt, a little bit of sugar, and some fish sauce for extra umami. Good. So I have a large pot of boiling water, and I'm just going to drop all the wontons in. And what we're looking for is that they all float to the surface. So always cook the wontons in a separate pot than the soup. The wrappers give starch to the water and you don't want to destroy the soup. It takes around 5 minutes or so to cook them. Put them into a bowl, fill it up with some soup. You can pretty much put whatever garnish you like. I really like spicy food, so I always have chili and chili oil, a bit of cilantro, bit of fried garlic, small ramson leaves, which just came into season here. And a little bit of chili oil. And there we go, wonton soup to be enjoyed with your friends and family. Pretty soon my friends will be here so they can help me roll the rest of the wontons. This is Alex. She's a waitress at Manfred's. This is James, chef de partie here at Relæ. And this is Martha, my friend who works at Mikkeller, the beer place just around the corner. I think we have enough now.
So this one was mine. It was really nice. Just coming out.
It's difficult because it's so hot.
Yeah, last time we did it with the spring rolls, like, I'm dying.